Thank you for holding, everybody. We're now joined with Willie Fritz, the head coach of Georgia Southern. If you have a question for Coach Fritz, please dial *1 to get in the queue. Again, *1 to get in the queue for questions. Coach, while we're waiting for that, would you mind starting us off with a opening statement?
Well, we had a big win last week against South Alabama. I'm very impressed with their talent level, and they're a very well-coached team, and getting our inaugural win in the Sun Belt Conference on the road was big for us. Very proud of the way our guys played, particularly in the fourth quarter. We had a couple instances where we weren't able to close out games, and we were able to do that Saturday. So it's a huge, huge win for us.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Boone, North Carolina. Caller, please go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, this is Steve Thayer. I'm calling from the Tiger Democrat in Boone. Do you kind of feel like you could be 4-0 with just a couple of plays here and there, or sounds like your team's really playing for about where you want it?
Well, you just can't look back. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make is they look back at games that they played, and one of the things that I think I've done a good job of as a head coach over the years is once the game's over, you move on to the next one. I'm happy with a lot of aspects of our team right now, but we certainly have room for improvement. You're always, as a coach, you're always looking for that perfect game out there, and that's what we're trying to get to. We've got a long ways to go, though.
What do you know about Appalachian State? I'm guessing you had a chance to look at the Southern Miss tape and all that.
Been looking at it. I know they've, defensively, they're running a 3-man front and bringing a fourth guy from a lot of different places. As an option team, you're just trying to figure out how they're going to defend you. There's not anybody that played so far this season that's, real similar to what we're doing. So that's something that you always got to study and look at and give your best guess as to how they're going to defend you. And offensively, they got the new quarterback in there, number 11. I think he does a good job as dual threat. Looks like for a freshman kid, he really manages the game well. So we're just in the process right now of trying to study him and figure out exactly how we're going to attack him on all three phases.
And lastly, if you would address the short week you've got coming up. You're on the road, but on Saturday, but you come back home. Do you get any advantage being at home specifically because of that?
I'm not sure about that. We're just pleased. We're gonna drive to Mobile earlier when the schedule was released, but when we found out we were playing a Thursday game, we flew over and back and got in there at a reasonable time on Sunday morning and gave the guys off physically yesterday, and we'll go pretty hard Monday and Tuesday and then back off quite a bit on Wednesday. I think sometimes people overdo things when they have short weeks. I've been fortunate to play quite a few Thursday games, so I'm used to the schedule.
Does it hurt your preparation at all?
Yeah, you just got to be careful about what you're trying to do. You don't want to try to throw a 100-page playbook or scatter report at the guys. I think you waste your time doing that. But it's just a little bit the harder work for both the coaches, players, managers, everybody involved in the program because it's condensed. And we're going to tweak things. Try to take advantage of our strengths and their weaknesses, we hope, and I'm sure they'll do the same thing. That's how you do it every week, but you just got to be careful about putting in too much stuff.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next questions come from Tommy Bowman with the Winston-Salem Journal. Please go ahead.
Hi, Coach. This is Tommy Bowman for Winston-Salem Journal. How you doing?
Good.
How is your offense, while obviously some of the same option elements, that's been done there, how is it different, say, from last year's offense at Georgia Southern?
Quite a bit different. For the receivers, obviously, we're throwing the ball quite a bit more, and so that's different for them. With the running backs and the quarterback, a lot of similarities. Coach Monk and his staff are getting into some pistol and shotgun backfield sets, and we're running some triple out of that as well. The big difference for us is with the offensive line. We're more of a zone scheme than we are all our weight on our front hand and firing off the ball and veer scheme. they were used to in the past. And then also we're pass protecting, and that's a lot different. So the biggest change was for the offensive line without question.
Right. Well, the reason you go with this type of offense, was it strictly to fit the personnel or more your background, or just kind of what they're used to there?
That's what we've been doing the last 4 years. My last stop, we really got into running the triple out of a shotgun pistol formation, and it was really good for us. So we wanted to stay with it. I knew we'd have a chance to be, if the kids learn it, we do a good job of teaching it properly. We had a chance to be good this year offensively. Our offensive line is one of the strengths of our team. We've got good size up there. The kids are really smart. They can move. The only tough thing about them is 5 of them are seniors, so that's going to be something we've got to work on throughout this year, developing some guys to come in and play for those guys next year. But, it's something that we've run in the past.
Right. Yep. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy, and thank you, Coach. That's all the time we have for you today. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Remember, we can stand by. We'll have Dennis Franchione of Texas State on shortly. Please stand by.